Hello, everyone. I'm Patricia Beasley. I'm the president of the Eric Beasley Foundation, and I'm also a board member for CTC. The way I came about with CTC has been a divine connection.
Yes.
I started a 501c3 program. It was established in honor of my husband, Eric Beasley, and it was an enrichment program where the children did 8 weeks with us. We taught them interpersonal skills, life skills, health and wellness, and we took them out into the community every weekend, and that's how those skills was taught, hands-on. So at the end of that program, the children were able to pick out any type of activities that they wanted to participate in, and the Eric Beasley Foundation would fund it. But also, they would have the opportunity to perform on stage in a play or in front of people on stage. And during the time, I was in deep grieving, but this is what God brought to me at that time. So I met with Dave McCall here at the Met, and he said that he would give me the space that I needed when that time came for my children to practice and play. Now I'm walking off faith. I don't know how any of this is gonna come about, but God did it all. So when the time came, they were having a big play at the Net, and the space and the time that he was offering us wasn't beneficial to the time that we had, or it wasn't enough space, and he didn't know when, this, that. And then all of a sudden, here comes Children's Theater in town. You all were having your camp, and spring break camp, as a matter of fact.
That's right.
Yep.
Last year, yeah.
Yep. And so Nadia knew her and my artistic director, Zakidia Beasley, very good friends.
Right.
Found out about Children's Theater. I said, well, it's too late because you all had already been in practice. I think you all had two days. And they said, no, bring them on. And so, and that's how we ended up here. It was the final point in my program that the kids would have the opportunity to perform on stage, to build their self-esteem, to make them feel like they had something to offer. Now, this stuff being put in me, I mean, God put that idea in me, that last part, and for Children's Theater to be here to fulfill it was a divine connection. And after, I didn't really know much about Children's Theater myself when I got here. You know, I knew that it was fulfilling the last part of my program that I had promised the kids and the community that I would offer. Children's Theater came along, it fulfilled that aspect of it. And the reason why I think, and I know that God brought the arts to me to add to this, because me and my husband went to sports. We did sports camps for the children. And we did a lot in the Jackson community, as Harrell can attest to that. But as far as the theater, this is something a little bit different. And I think that he brought that into my existence at this time in my life is because theater is very important in everyone's life. I mean, it builds character, confidence in children. It gives them an outlet, a way to express themselves. And the way the Children's Theater is set up, you do not have to perform or audition for a part in a play. Everybody is included. And I see how it makes the children feel to get on stage and be able to stand there and say their quotes in front of grown people. But then when you listen to a child come out with a humanitarian quote, you're hearing it from a babe's mouth, and you know that they're telling you the truth. But this is something that you really should be doing. And it makes you think twice too, about yourself and what you are doing. Jackson, I had no idea what the relationship was in Jackson with Jackson and the Neds. I'm just coming here, you know, this is what I want, David. And he said, yeah, sure, you know, we'll help you out. Didn't know that I would have some problems, maybe run into anything. But now that I'm learning more, the Children's Theater is something that definitely needs to be done in Jackson. And the reason you're here is because God sent you here. There's so many things that you can add to this city with the Children's Theater. Every parent wants their child to be able to be involved with the theater. You know, it's cultural differences from New York, Tennessee, all the culture, but there's one thing in common.
Children.
We want our kids to be involved
That's right.
with the theater, something that we don't have. We have all the sports, all the dance classes, all that. And I heard that there was at one point, and maybe you can help me out with this, Sorrel, a theater here for children. Is that correct?
It was kind of started, it was
But-
kind of stopped too.
Okay, yeah, but it's not in existence.
Not anymore.
This theater can really grow. It can. Being on stage Saturday and performing before our community, I think it's a big thing because a lot of our community don't know about the Children's Theater. And once they do find out about the Children's Theater, parents are waiting on something like this. They just don't have the information they need to get their kids involved. Because even with my sorority, when I put that information out, I got 5 sorors now, sisters who have their children in this program because it's something that they have been looking for their kids. I mean, you got kids out here that got talent. Parents want to see them on stage. You got kids out here that has no talent that has been developed.
Yeah.
Parent want to see them on stage. It's a parent's dream to say that their kid was involved in a theater. So it's a way of expression, building character. Is something that's needed, especially in the Black community. We don't get the opportunities here in Tennessee that the whites get, as far as coming into this building right here and having see our kids on stage performing. I mean, you could have a kid on stage from the poorest area in Jackson, and you can have one from the richest area in Jackson in the Children's Theater, but all of them gonna get the same applause, and all of them are gonna have something to do. And it's in my heart and soul and spirit that Jackson does need the Children's Theater for more reasons than one.
Well, and just for the record, there is a children's theater company in the NED. It's 50 years old, and I think that they have not been able to create a pathway for membership for all of us. You're gonna find out today what specifically are we doing that you can be in a show. Does everybody get a solo speech? How do you write plays so anyone can be in it? That actually is part of the